change this. This is your screen. This screen that you see with the waveforms and all that, this is called the placement screen. Okay? Yeah, it's called the placement screen. When you look at this screen, you're going to see over here, you're going to see the lot number. You don't need to see lah. I just tell you. Okay?
不用这么辛苦，反正我不一定听得懂。
Date, time, and then the controller number and the software. You don't need to worry, but if we ever ask you, okay? Battery, you want to see that it is plugged in. You must always have it plugged in because when the battery is fully charged without plugging in the wall, it only can last for 1 hour. Yeah. Okay, so always leave it plugged in, even if you are not using this. Okay? Good? Yeah. Right. So let's look at this buttons first. Okay? It's not touch screen, so nothing will happen. Okay? There are buttons at the side. These are called soft buttons. So you have mute, flow, display, purge, and menu. Okay? Mute, you all know what's that. Mute to stop the alarm. Okay? Flow, what is flow? Flow allows you to change the flow. Okay? Now, display is like shopping. Okay? What do you want to see? You want to see shoe? You want to see bag? You want to see clothes? Display is the same. Do you want to see infusion? Do you want to see the LV waveform? Okay, what do you want to see? Alright, so that's display. Easy to remember. Purge. Purge is, you remember the side arm that I say, the dextrose that goes in to make that barrier so that the blood doesn't enter into the motor housing? Right? That's purge. So the purge menu gives you a few options. So you can have change your purge fluid bag, means you change this bag, or change cassette and bag. The cassette is inside here. I'm going to show you the cassette. This is the cassette, okay? Or de-air. So if say when we were transporting the patient here, nobody hang it up and they put it on the bed, and then air goes in, you will get an air alarm, just like your syringe pump. Okay, so it's very easy, don't worry. Okay? Okay, menu. Menu is when you want to do something, you want to make a change, you want to enter something. So if you go to menu, you can look at alarm history, which you don't need to do. Alright, you can adjust LV signal, you don't need to do. You only do if the alarm comes out to tell you to do it. The machine is very clever. It will tell you when you need to do something. Okay? And then enter cardiac output. If you want to enter the cardiac output, that's where you will go. Okay? And then settings and service, which you do not go to. Okay?
Could you please show us for the enter cardiac output?
I can show you.
Yes.
Okay, wait. No. Okay, wait. Let me finish the rest first.
Yeah, okay.
So, this is what the buttons are. Now, at the bottom over here, this is what we call the common screen elements. You will see this in any screen that you look at. So you have your impeller flow, minimum and maximum and minimum flow. You will have this spinning icon and a calculated flow. Okay? Then you have your purge solution. Does anybody remember what is your purge solution? Dextrose 5 with heparin. Okay? So that is here. It will tell you the purge flow and the purge pressure. You cannot change this. This will be automatically done by the machine. Okay? So you don't need to worry how much do I give, what do I give. It's all done for you. Okay? Then the cardiac output. If you enter in the cardiac output, remember I say if you go to menu, you can enter. If you enter a cardiac output, the machine will calculate a cardiac power output for you. You don't even need to do that. Okay? Yeah, it's amazing. Okay? So, but you must remember, this value that you put in here only lasts for 8 hours. 7 hours, you get a reminder. Hello, put a new cardiac out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So, again, you don't need to remember, it will remind you. Right? Now, everybody okay here? This light over here is to tell you that it's plugged in and it's on. This is called the selector knob. So this selector knob allows you to turn left or turn right. But nothing will change unless you press it. Okay. So, okay. And then this is where the plug goes in here. Okay. So don't take this out. Please do not take it out. Right? Be careful. This is the door to open the purge cassette. Your purge cassette is inside. So this is what your machine is about. Now I'm going to show you the cardiac output, but I'm not going to enter it in because this is a continuous flow machine. The cardiac output, the VGHTPE system. It is not accurate to use it together with Impella. Okay, that's why I can't enter it. It's not an accurate value.
对啊，对啊，因为它可以计算的，它计算得到，
有
比例就比较聪明的，但是它就是那什么，它标不可以
标这台。
去它的它去设定，然后有请他告诉我们怎么去设定。Okay, keep going.
Carry on. Okay, so if we want to enter a cardiac output, you press menu, and then you go and you turn this until you see enter cardiac output.
Yes.
And then you press enter. Okay? Then you will just put the number in that you want. But because I'm not going to enter, I'm going to press cancel.
Okay.
Okay? Because I cannot put a fake number there. Alright?
Yes, I see.
Okay. Now, what else can I show you? If I go to display, I can also show you this thing called LVEDP and cardiac output trend. So remember I told you these numbers, all the numbers that you see, they are not numbers for you to make a decision. You don't see the numbers, oh, the value is very low. Now we start inotropes. Oh, we should do this. No.
Yeah.
These numbers are all for you as a reference. You will look at trend. You want to see over the past 1 hour, 8 hours, 12 hours, how the patient is doing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's trend. Okay, so very important. So if you want to look at that trend, you will go to display. Remember, you want to see something? You go to display. Then you go to LVEDP cardiac output trend. So this will show you over the red part, right? And this is over 8 hours, right? Is it 8 hours? My eyesight is very bad. 8.
Only 4 hours?
Correct, you see 8 hours. That's why it only starts halfway, ma.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
My eyesight is bad, you're confused. So the red one is showing you the AO pressure mean. So what is that? Mean arterial pressure. So you're looking at the trend, and you see it's pretty stable. She's been pretty stable since she got here. Touch wood. Okay? This is showing you your LVEDP trend also.
Yeah.
Okay? This green waveform is showing you the impeller flow.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, there's another 2 more waveforms. If you enter a cardiac output, it will show you a yellow waveform, which is the cardiac output.
Yes.
That is total cardiac output.
Pardon me?
Total
cardiac output. Okay, yes.
And there's another one which will show you native cardiac output.
Yeah.
So don't talk about ECMO, okay? Just pretend she don't have ECMO. If you have total cardiac output, it's equal to impeller flow plus native. Example, my impeller flow is 3.
Yeah.
My total cardiac output is 5.
Yeah.
Means her native is 2.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, when your doctor says, oh, I think she's better, I want to take up the impeller. You turn the flow down from P9 slowly until you're around P2. No inotropes, no pressors. Then you will look at this screen. You want to see that her mean pressure remains stable. There is no increase in your LVEDP, because if your LVEDP starts to descend, means she's not doing well, right?
Yeah.
If you see your mean pressure comes down, she's also not doing well. Then you look at your total cardiac output. Your total cardiac output should remain constant because even though the impeller flow is going down, your native should kick in, right? So then you know your patient is ready to read. Okay, so that's what this screen is about. The value of the screen. Okay. Questions?
那我一开始卡掉会要分哪个数值？
对啊，
一开始卡掉会的数值要从哪里？
数值要从哪里？
What's the question?
死亡刚刚。
The cardiac
所以这个还是得要
we
放
should put the cardiac output by that
No,
machine.
no,
No?
because that's a continuous flow machine.
But if
Yeah.
you don't have the continual output, how can we put the number in?
If you have a swan, you can do a fixed calculation of thermal dilution.
OK，
Yeah.
就是用 thermal dilution 去
啊哈
量一个 cardiac output，然后把它踢
把它
进去。
踢进去。
And what's the situation with ECMO? Because you just said
Yeah.
pretend there's no ECMO, but
Yeah, that's
now
the
we have
easiest
it.
way to manage it.
Yeah.
So with ECMO, your total cardiac output should include ECMO,
Yes.
but it's a separate entity altogether.
Mhm.
Okay. So when you do your thermal dilution or your FIC, right? You need to take into consideration part of that flow comes from ECMO. Okay. So the value itself is hard to tell.
太长了。
Yeah.
就是当他刚刚说的情况是，我们有一个 native cardiac output 跟一个 total cardiac output。那当我们就是他量的 total cardiac output 会是 native cardiac output 加上他给的 cardiac output，这是没有 ECMO 的情况。我就问他说，那如果今天有 ECMO 的情况怎么办？他说，那你就该把 ECMO 的情况考虑进去，但是他没有说要怎么考虑进去。对，没关系，我再回去念书。影片我之后会传给你们。对。OK。
How is her oxygenation now?
Oxygenation? You mean the PaO2?
Yeah.
PO2 no not
For the
PO2
gas and the PaO2.
it's not good
所以这个我们要注意的是
that's still not good
我们注意的点是什么？我们要注意它什么？然后它如果
你指
塞住，
的是，他刚刚就说去看 alarm 出来就是。
秀什么讯息就是什么，我们再去处理嘛。
She still has
So, excuse me, is there any like troubleshooting things like the common trouble that will come to us?
Okay. Before I answer that question, I just want to remind you, okay? Like this patient, when they are on ECMO and Impella, you must always remember one must be high, one must be low. Flow, okay? Never together the same. If it's too similar, then you may be sending deoxygenated blood to the brain. Then the heart will recover, the brain will be gone. Okay? You don't want that. Alright?
Okay.
他讲完都要看下一个。
他就是说你的
不是，你好好听，再帮我们讲一堂课。
哦，
对啊，这样比较好。你好好听。
Okay? Right. So your question about troubleshooting.
Yeah, like
So common
something.
questions, common alarms that you could get.
Yeah.
One is suction alarm. The suction alarm is a common troubleshooting alarm. Why will you get suction? There are 3 reasons and only 3 reasons. One, impeller is preload dependent. So if there's not enough volume, you will get suction. Just imagine if you're drinking tea, your bubble tea in a plastic cup, when there's no more tea, and you suck, the wall will collapse. Same thing. Okay, so not enough preload. The second reason will be position. If your position is against the wall, you will get suction. Okay. The third reason is the saddest reason is right heart failure. That makes it hardest. Okay. So these are always the 3 reasons. So you need to be able to determine which is the cause. Right? So when you want to change, you want to troubleshoot, actually when the alarm come out, the alarm will actually give you instructions what to do. Okay, how to troubleshoot. So don't panic, okay? It's quite good. It will give you step by step. With Impella, what you will do is you will drop the flow by 1 to 2 P levels. So how do you do that? You go to flow control and you turn this.
yeah
Okay? you turn it to P7 or P8. And then nothing will happen if you don't press. Okay, you notice I'm not pressing because I'm not changing anything. Okay? So that's how you would do it. So you turn the flow down a little bit to break the suction. Then you check the volume status. We like to keep a volume of about, we normally say about 8 to 12. But because she's got ECMO, I think closer to 14.
You mean the CVP level?
CVP, what did I say? What did I say? I said something stupid. What?
7 to 14.
No, CVP about 12 to 14 because of the ECMO. Because ECMO also takes fluid.
Without ECMO.
When 10 to 12.
OK，就是没有 ECMO 的情况下 ，CVP 10到12，然后如果有 ECMO 是12到14。突然间卡带。
Okay? Right. Okay.
If we would turn the P down 1 to 2 level, but the traction still cannot be stopped.
If you see your CVP and your CVP is already 14,
Yeah.
right? And you still can't echo, do an echo and check the position. So remember the 3 reasons. Always troubleshoot with the 3 reasons in your mind. If it's not volume, then it's position. If it's not volume, it's not position, check right heart. Okay?
Okay.
So how do you check right heart?
Echo.
There's another way.
What?
You have a PA catheter,
PA
right?
catheter.
Do a pulmonary artery pulsatility index.
Yeah.
Okay? So you just use your PA systolic minus your PA diastolic divide by your CVP. That's your pulmonary artery pulsatility index.
So if the troubleshoot, if we have the LV or thrombus in that with the machines.
If there's a
Have
thrombus
the thrombus
in
there.
the LV,
Yeah.
your pump will stop.
Oh.
Yes. So remember, this is stepping back. Before you even put an impeller in, there's 2 absolute contraindications. This is an absolute contraindication. LV thrombus, mechanical aortic valve. This 2 is non-negotiable.
Okay.
Okay? So this morning, before they put the impeller, I asked the doctor, did you check the ECMO? Echo?
Echo.
Did you check whether she has? Because sometimes with ECMO, the LV doesn't open. The the aortic valve don't open, the LV distends, and then you get stasis of blood and then a thrombus forms. Okay? So great question.
他刚才已经讲了，就是会传染。
What if there's a thrombus in the catheter?
The pump will stop.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And shall we pull it out and
Yes.
replace it?
If the pump stops, okay, oh that's the worst thing.
所以我们就抠他们。
做的
然后我们紧急下我们可以先怎么样处置？
Okay, that is a horrible
可是它
thing
的
to
它的
happen.
pump 就会停下来，
But if
它
it
就不会转了。
happens, this is what you do. Okay? You go to flow control, you turn it back up, and you try to start it again. And then if you can start it, quickly inform the doctor you may need to explant because then the pump is not doing well already. The second way is to do it the first time, it doesn't work. The second time, you go to flow control, you start at P2. Hopefully it will start. If it starts, you can increase it slowly.
Okay.
Okay? If it doesn't, you got one more try. 3 times only. And if it doesn't work, you make sure that the doctor comes and pull the device out of the LV. Because if you don't, can I borrow your pen?
会不是下刀？
This is your aortic valve, huh? This is your ventricle, this is your aorta. You're just leaving a straw there. So you're causing aortic regurgitation. So you must ask the doctor to pull it out. Okay?
Okay. And what if, just I said, if there's a thrombus in the catheter?
The pump will stop.
Yeah, but you said we can try it.
But you don't know why it stopped. You don't know whether it's a thrombus.
So we try from P2
You
and
try at P9 first, or
P9
whichever
first.
P level you were at.
yeah.
Then it doesn't work, you go to P2. Try at P2.
And would the thrombus be ejected out?
No, it will, if it doesn't work, if it is really a thrombus that caused it to stop, it will jam them. It won't start again.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Have you seen an Impella catheter?
Never.
It's very small. Then you will understand.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Do you have an Impella catheter?
那它会像肺的一样，那个压力会变高吗？
Yeah.
这边秀得出来吗？
Huh?
If you have any sign before the catheter is thrombus,
Okay, most times, if the pump is going to fail, you will see one of two things. You will get high purge pressure alarms, okay, and you keep getting them. Okay, but normally this happens, it's like day 12 of Impella. You know, it's unusual things. The other time is if they don't follow the ACT regime.
yeah.
I had one case like that. I nearly had a heart attack. They put it in, and then I think at about 1 o'clock in the morning, they call me, they got pump stop.
Yeah.
Because the ACT they don't follow. They will insist they want to do APTG. So I said I can't guide you, I don't know.
Yes.
And I asked them to correlate, they say they don't know how. So I said I also don't know. And then the value was 47 seconds. I still remember, this is like 4 years ago, I still remember 47 seconds. and the pump died.
Disaster.
Okay, yeah.
它当时说哪个数值会升高？就是
Pulse
purge pressure， purge pressure，这个底下的，
它会暴增，
对，
所以也是从 trend 那边去看吗？
啊，这边
就直接这个数字。
对，这边有个 purge pressure，它会
它有
上去
可能。会是一直持续高。
比如说
塞住
，excuse me， 比如说它现在是445，它你可能看到它忽然间变成500，变成600，那表示它是一个 sign，看，那你就去看它的 ACT。
那这样来得及吗？
那就最后就是它就停下来了，然后你就要那就双本就塞。
Okay, so normal is between 300 to 1100, 1100.
他说先
If you
摆到，
see
对，
every
就
hour
先
you
拔
chart,
到，
right?
他说通常
If
是
you
12
see
天的，他也是放
this
14天。
this hour
对
is
所以其实也
400,
是
next hour is 800, next hour is 900. Something is wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can we do to titrate the ACT level?
You need to find out why it's going up. You need to be aware that there's something not right. Okay. Yeah. You will also see the other warning sign is your motor current will start to climb.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your motor current mean if it goes close to 1,100, that's not good.
Why is there two numbers at the motor
Systolic,
current?
diastolic.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what's the value of the motor current?
It's the pumping force? No.
In a way. So the impeller runs at a fixed revolution per minute. Okay. So now it's running at P9. It's spinning at 46,000 revolutions per minute. Because the aortic valve opens and closes, the gradient between the ventricle and aorta changes. So if you look at motor current looks at milliamps. Okay, it looks at how much energy needs to spin it at a fixed speed, and it will change depending on your gradient. So this shows you the impeller is in the correct position, inlet in the ventricle, outlet in the aorta.
Yeah.
If it slips out, you will see a flat motor current.
Okay.
You will only see an aortic waveform. Okay?
Yeah.
If it slips all the way into the ventricle, you will still have a flat motor current, but you will see a ventricular tracing. And you also have an alarm.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Another question.
Sure.
Do you have experience placing both Impella RP and Impella CP?
Yes.
So it's reasonable.
It can be done. Yes.
And how can the two machines synchronize?
We have two separate machines and they don't have to synchronize.
Okay.
So one will be venous, one will be arterial.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But you know it's not available in Taiwan yet, right?
Yeah.
Just managing expectation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Pretty nice.
还有没有其他问题？
还有没有问题？
看我的意思是，
我帮你问了，问了那个问题了吗？
那你
有
你们
还有问题吗？
明天还需不需要上？因为他明天下午5点的飞机，所以最慢他2点多一定要从这里离开，3点才能到机场。那如果你们明天水会从这里喷出来，就是在这个上面啦，血是从下面这边，这都一样从这个洞，它不要让血冲到这里面来，血是走在从这里，这个的话，这个有 mark， 这个就是要熬它的 annulus 的位置，所以他常常会看那个 叫你们看那个什么有没有在 LV 里面，它就是从这个一半到 annulus 的位置是3.5公分。就是你会看得到这个很黑的地方啊，这里很透明，好像2条线啊，这里很黑啊，所以它是 S 瑞可以看到这里，可以看到这里，它这里空的啊，不用剃。
Inside the module is a magnet, so your patient cannot go for MRI.
不能去做
They go
MRI。
CT scan, but cannot go MRI.
OK，
不是从这里，你那个地膜层从这里，啊，这个是在 LV 里面，血是从这里进来，从这里出去。哎，啊，你那个就是你那个 Purge cassette 的那个水是从这个上半段，啊，血是从下半段这样出来。啊，所以
So we connect the purge catheter
这里在
by
That you would go to flow control. No more inotropes, no more presses, nothing. You go to flow control, and then you would turn the flow down. Press. Wait a few hours, see how she's doing. Continue to wean until you're at P2. Okay? At P2, you will see whether she is stable. And if she is, and say the doctor wants to take it out, they can do it here by the bedside. They can also go to OT, it's their choice. Alright? Honestly, the bedside is fine. It doesn't really matter. But important that you follow what I tell you. So you are going to make sure that the ACT is below 150, number one. Number two is at P2, they will remove the stitch that is stitched the sheath to the groin, and then they will loosen the connection and pull the Impella out. They are going to pull the Impella. Can you lend this to me? So example, the Impella is like this, right? They will be pulling it out of the aortic valve. How will you know? Your motor
The
current
waveform.
will be flat and you will only have an aortic waveform. Okay? When that happens, you must, okay, whoever's assisting, please pay attention. You must tell the doctor to stop. Because if he continues to pull and pull everything out, the pump is still running. You're going to spray blood everywhere. Okay? So make sure you go to flow control, go to P0, and then pull this out.
OK，
Okay? But make sure they are going to take it out. Huh? Okay? Right.
When we are removing this, should we pull the sheaths together?
Yes, the sheath and this comes out together.
OK，
Okay? Yeah. Question? Yes. Hi.
If we have the aortic valve less than 0.6, and can we just do the TAVI and put the Impella
Oh,
together?
you guys are smart. Yes, you can.
Talking about this something.
Okay, so so this is the introducer sheath, right? On the side of this introducer sheath is what we call a re-access port. This port allows the physician to insert a 035 guide wire. So if they want to, they can also put an 035 guide wire inside here, and it will exit here at the end of the sheath. Okay, at the sheath point, not outside the sheath. So it will be outside the catheter. So they can pull this whole thing out and leave the wire inside. Then they can pre-close if they want to. Okay? But it's different schools of thought. I mean, some physicians I talk to say, no, they can't. They want to do it. They must do it when they access the vessel. Some say, yes, sure, why not? So, whichever makes you happy.
这样你知道吗？
The curve is pre-shaped, right?
Yes.
记得你要再讲。
Oh. I realize I'm touching this.